Hi, everyone. Welcome to our broadcast with a twist on tonight's game. It'll count towards the NBA Cup. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Alan LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Cleveland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when I look at the Pelicans, they're trending in the wrong direction. NBA competition can be unforgiving. Not much room for mistakes.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. We've got Bridges. He's out there with Lou Dort. King is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Reinders in at the shooting guard position. And for the Spurs, they've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. Harper is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Peterson in at power forward. And the Spurs start out with the ball. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Here's Flanders. Back to King. Shoots. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Wembanyama with it. Fox with it. Bridges covering. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Castle. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Peterson from about 19 feet. And he hits the jump shot.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's Flanders. Shoots over Fox. Flanders misses. Here's Castle. Count that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Flanders. 11 points last game. It's good.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Oh, Claxton in position and stolen by Wembanyama. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. A pass to Fox. Shot clock at 5. A shot. And it's King with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. Fox against King. Fox passes to Wembanyama, and the shot goes in.
Well, even under duress, Wembanyama can finish with ease inside.
First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. They get it back. Claxton, no good.
suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And Slim picks up the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Second,
Larks,
team
he's
foul.
checked, so it's both teams making substitutions here. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. This season, new broadcasting deals are kicking in for the NBA. Commissioner Silver said we dramatically increased the number of primetime broadcast exposures to a level almost unthinkable from my early days in the league. In fact, the NBA is now set for basically nightly national broadcasts. Coming back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for that update.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
San Antonio making a switch here. Washington's checked in. Now here's King. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Harper kicks to Washington. Williams sets a screen for Castle. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's King. He had 27 points last game. Shoots. A rebound by Washington.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Bucket is good. Castle's got his second basket of the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
King outside. Pass to Garnett. New Orleans moving it around. The three. King's shot is off.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
King against Castle. And here is Washington. Here's De Silva. Misses the three. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Flanders.
Yeah, way to stand your ground. Had his feet set, took the hit, and got the call. That is a rugged defensive play.
Wembanyama. He's checked in for the Spurs.
San Antonio, number 1,
Here's De Silva. Nothing on the board. Inside. Here's Castle. And here's Washington outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Pelicans trail by 15. Now here's King. Pass to Garnett. Over to the left wing. Fires for three. Shot's good by Flanders. Flanders has got his second bucket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
1:30 left in the first.
My goodness, that is how you attack a bigger defender.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. King outside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot, and it's in there.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
San Antonio leading by 12. Pass to Williams. To the paint. Here's Castle. Sinks that one from the post. Castle's got 8 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Flanders. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. King, that's good.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Here's Castle. 8 points for him. Outside for Wembanyama. Connects from three-point range. He's got 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
King outside. With 2 seconds left. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs riding a 15. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
They've got P.J. Washington. Williams is out there with Wembanyama. And it's De Silva in at the 2. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's King. He's guarded closely. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And it says a lot about you that even when you're not at your best, they definitely were still in that game and able to win comfortably.
Well, look, good teams just find ways to win, even when they aren't playing their best.
San Antonio leading by 15. Pass to De Silva. Here's Cole. No scoring in this one. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is, for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
Here's Cole. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Rebounded by Tucker. Pelicans trail by 15. Down low. Kick out to King. New Orleans moving the ball around. To the middle. Here's Peters. And that one is stuffed right through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Here's Cole. Hasn't made one yet. From outside the arc, a putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bridges outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more from him.
Pass to Cole. Wembanyama looking it over. Here's Cole. Shoots over King. Coles can't hit.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Tucker the pass to King. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Pelicans making a change here. Houston's checked in. Here's Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pelicans trail by 15. Now King, he has 6. Pass to Houston. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Houston.
That's a nice shot, helping to space the floor for his team.
San Antonio leading by 12. Fox feeling it out a bit. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities. Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Now here's King. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now, here's Fox. He's guarded closer. Here's Williams in the corner. Castle with it. Back to Washington. 5 to shoot. A pass to Fox. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Spurs. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to Memphis.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. San Antonio leading by 8. Castle finds Fox. Here's Wembanyama. And it's blocked. And here is King. 6 points for him. Looking to end his... Whoa!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And San Antonio shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Castle sets the screen for Fox. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Softly drops in the floater. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
And there's an example of Fox. Doesn't have to get all the way to the cup to be effective.
Bridges a screen on Castle. Bridges outside. Sinks the triple. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Spurs making a switch here. Harper's checked in. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Second, the Pelicans.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now, here's Fox. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Sinks the three-pointer. Castle's got 11 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here's Flanders. 7 points in the game. For 3, Bridges. That one, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Outside Harper. Here's Castle. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead. Pass to Flanders. Back to King. Here's Houston. Fires the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Fox has it in the corner. Back to Castle. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Flanders. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Houston. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Houston's got 6 here in this quarter. Spurs leading by 11. Outside, Fox. Back to Harper. In the corner, Castle with it. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. King outside. Pass to Peters. Back to King. Picked by Bridges. His three-pointer's off the mark.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Blasting to the shoe.
Harper's shot's good.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Bridges passes to King.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Castle. Castle on the wing. Pass to Washington. Back to Harper. Castle sets the screen for Harper. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And here's Washington outside. Houston with the rebound.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Washington, that's good.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Flanders. And it's off from three-point range.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Harper, no good. Pelicans trail by 14. King, the pass to Peters. Here's the teardrop. Yep, that one goes in there. Peters has got 8 points in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A big group substitution here for New Orleans.
Substitution on the court.
The Pelicans shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. King outside. To the left side wing. And a wide open look for Claxton. And the Pelicans miss again. Stephon Castle, he's been the guy making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
You know, right now for New Orleans, it's still too early to tell. I mean, can't judge a movie based on the first 15 minutes. Gotta let things develop.
Yeah, I could judge your movies off the first 5 minutes.
Easy, easy, easy. And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Spurs.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball into Shaq Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've seen Stephon Castle having a really great game.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. So for New Orleans right now, Miles Bridges is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's King. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Flanders in at the two-guard spot. Gets it down to single digits. Dort's got the first bucket of the third here for the Pelicans. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. GA, you hear about 3 levels scored, but is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Back to Castle. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you.
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. Now here's King. He's got 8. Claxton is screen on Castle. Pass to Claxton. That 3 off the mark. Spurs leading by 6. Outside, Fox. Back to Wembanyama.
Well, on top of all the length and skill and athleticism, Wembanyama has a strong work ethic and a great attitude.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Pass to Flanders. Claxton a screen on Castle. King the pass to Flanders. Takes the 3. Peterson grabs the miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Wembanyama. And the layup's good off the glass. And now that's 11 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Wembanyama can do it all, but the coaching staff would like to see him stay in the paint as much as he can.
Bridges, no one around him. Traps in the tray. Bridges has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Here's Castle. He's got 17. Wembanyama, right side. Back to Harper. And Harper slams it in.
And this sort of
awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's King following the bucket by the Spurs. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Spurs leading by 9. Castle with it. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Fox, no good. New Orleans gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Garnett with a screen on Castle. Inside, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the inside, Castle, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Here's Peterson. Harper with the ball. Bridges covering. Harper kicks to Fox. That falls. High speed that time from Harper. Harper's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And another thing they've really excelled at tonight is protecting the rim. Shooters keep getting their shots swatted away by this squad.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Castle against King. Here's Wembanyama. They recover it.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
King, the pass to Marks. Back to King. 6 to shoot. Garnett with a screen on Castle. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from King. And so Fox will bring it up for the Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. Pass to Peterson. Kick out to Harper. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harper's got 5 points now this quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And that one's good by Garnett.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
The wide open look here for Fox. Offline with his 3. Now here's King. He's got 10. Fires at the elbow. And Claxton throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. San Antonio leading by 8. Outside, Fox. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Wembanyama over Claxton. Wembanyama, no good. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Bridges a screen on Wembanyama. King, the pass to Garnett. Fox with the steal. Now Harper. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Garnett with a screen on Castle. King, the pass to Garnett, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjust adjusting a thing or two. The Spurs making a switch here. De Silva's checked in. Here's Castle. 19 points in the game. Pass to Peterson. Outside Harper. He squares up and sinks it. Harper's got 19 points.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Here's Castle. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. 4 on the clock. No good from outside.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
King, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
King against Castle. Outside Harper. And Harper slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. King, the pass to Marks. King outside. Back to the screen on Castle. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Williams. 6 points for him. Here's Coles. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Pelicans trail by 8. King outside. Pass to White. Jacks up a 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's De Silva, guarded by Tucker. De Silva with the bucket.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by New Orleans. Out left to the wing. Here's Coles. King with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Washington's checked in for Harper.
The floor for your Spurs, number 11, PJ.
Pocket 6. Fires the 3. And it's King with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 8. Here's Garnett. And Garnett with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama.
Coming off a terrific season. And of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Washington.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
For New Orleans, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. So he gets them both. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Pass to Cole. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still over from the field. And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one. For New Orleans, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 100% when they got to the line.
He hits both from the stripe. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, I know what their coach is preaching in this huddle. Can you guys please stop turning it over?
Fox is out there with Harper. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Flanders. Here's King. No good on the triple. Here's Fox.
And we talk about Fox's speed, but he also has length. He's a factor there in the paint. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And the second free throw, good. Here's King. Garnett with a screen on Fox. King, the pass to Garnett. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Garnett's got 14 points here in the second half.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Now into the lineup for San Antonio, number 10, Reed Coles.
Here's De Silva. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Houston with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 5. King, the pass to Houston. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Cole. Back to Wembanyama. King with the steal. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Flanders. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
That one is off. Dixon's checked in for San Antonio. And he's good on the second. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to De Silva. Offensive rebound. Here's Dixon. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
Screen by Claxton to take the lead. King's shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Harper. Claxton with the steal. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Pull up Jay. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Here's De Silva. To end the drought. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Flanders has got 5 rebounds tonight. King, the pass to Flanders. Now here's King. T right on him. And he uses the glass on the layup. King's got the lead up to 3 now for New Orleans.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Wembanyama with it. Claxton covering. It's good.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Pelicans.
King, the pass to Flanders. Now Claxton. Shot on the wing. Again, the Pelicans score.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Dixon. And Wembanyama up top. Claxton covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Wembanyama. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for the Spurs. Stephon Castle comes in for Dixon. Wembanyama against Claxton. Wembanyama inside. Another chance, and he figures it out with the lay-in.
And the second chance points aren't easy to come back. It's all about effort and hard work, and he has today made it look easy.
Well, he's been doing a great job of making something out of nothing, especially on the offensive glass.
Here's King following the bucket by the Spurs. From deep. And it doesn't go. Spurs trail by 3. No good. Could not tie it up. Here's Flanders. Now King. Paxton a screen on Wembanyama. It's off target. 1:57 left here in the fourth quarter. And Slim picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Outside, Fox. Now Castle. Oh, the slam dunk.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now here's King. Saxton a screen on Castle. Shot clock at 6. Toward outside. Off target from outside. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. But, and that won't go. Missing the go-ahead basket. Timeout called Pelicans. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to New Orleans coach address the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Here's Claxton. Outside, Fox. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridget.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. New Orleans making some changes here. Peters checks in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Garnett in for Miles Bridges. Now, here's Fox. Defense is right there. Now, Castle. And they call an illegal screen.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Boy, that is clutch. Now go out and guard that 3-point.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get it quick.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Claxton's checked in. Fox! Off the glass!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
It took a while, but they've chipped away, and now it's anyone's game.
Timeout called Pelicans.
Nice block. Let's see it. Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. New Orleans substitution. Garnett, Marks.
Up top, King. They could win it. No good from 3. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Nicholas Claxton out there with Miles Bridges. Then it's King, and it's Marks in at the small forward. King against Wembanyama. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Now Castle. Outside, Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Outside, Fox. Another shot. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
As a coach, that would drive me nuts. Wembanyama is the first guy you need to get a body on.
Claxton a screen on Castle. Now Claxton.
San Antonio foul. Victor Wembanyama. 5th personal foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Dort, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Claxton drops them both. Spurs trail by 3. Castle with it. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Lets loose a 3. Can't get it to go. The Pelicans shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Castle against King. 6 to shoot. Dort a screen on Castle. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
Very good inside. Dort's got great upper body strength.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Castle against King. Here is Wembanyama. Can't get it to go. Now Dort. Timeout called Pelicans.
Let's hear it for the Spurs Red Squad Dance Team.
And here is King. Dort is screen on Castle. Now Dort. Oh, great touch off the pass.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Fox. Oh, the fierce finish with the double clutch.
And that's where De'Aaron Fox thrives. He wants to get inside and finish at the rim.
Here's Dort. Here he goes. King outside. Shot clock at 5.
2 minutes remaining in overtime.
Here's the floater. And down it goes.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Outside, Fox. Now Castle. Now Wembanyama. Now Castle. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Peters checks in for the Pelicans. Now here's King. Puts up the 3, and there's the 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Fox. They set the pick. Lets it go from 11. Good on the basket.
Man, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Now here's King. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches, pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Oh, good on the layup. New Orleans with the ball. Harper with the steal.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
And that's an intentional foul.
Castle. 5th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
They lead by 4. And he commits the intentional foul.
Peterson. 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Beyond the arc. Down it goes for 3.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
And they need to stop the clock so there's a foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Outside, Fox. That does not go. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
King with the block.